I can remember when you fit in the palm of my hand. You felt so good in it, no bigger than a minute. How it amazes me, you're changing with every blink, faster than a flower blooms. They grow up all too soon. So let them be little. 'cause you're only that way for a while. And give them hope, give them praise, give them love every day. Let them cry, let them giggle, let them sleep in the middle. Oh, but let them be little. Let them be little.
Morning, Joe. Mind if I use your phone? Go right ahead. Hi, honey. Time to get up.
I've been up almost an hour. We're already having breakfast.
Without me?
Well, Mike and his friends have a big day planned. They want to get going.
Oh, that's right. It's St. Pat's Day. He's out of school.
We're having waffles. How soon will you be here?
No time flat.
What
room is he in?
1505.
15, hurry. Come in from there. You have to come in from there, young man.
And then I see him out there on the ledge.
I said shut up.
And my stomach does flip-flops.
Will you get out of here, all of you? Come on, please. Come.
I'm warning you to come in. The police will be up here in a minute.
If they come near me, I'll jump.
I'm serving him his breakfast up here. And... He doesn't want the police to come near him.
Who are you?
I'm the manager.
Says he'll jump.
This is the worst possible thing that can happen to a hotel. Do something.
Yes, please do something. Don't go near him, but do something. You two guys make a lot of sense.
Worst possible thing.
Give me a coat.
This, I paid $125 for this.
Give it to me.
Go downstairs. Find out who he is. Who he registered as.
Right back. That's kind of a dangerous thing you're doing there, kid. You might fall off and hurt somebody. Well, what's your name, anyway? It's all right. You don't have to tell me. I just thought, well, you're a nice-looking guy, clean cut, intelligent. Kind of a kid I'd like to be acquainted with. I've got a kid of my own, by the way.
Where did you come from?
Oh, I live on this floor. I heard the racket selling. Yeah, they tell me in there you don't go much for cops. Sometimes I feel the same way. But if you stay out there much longer, the judge's going to be creeping with cops. And they may be a little sore about a thing like this happening on St. Pat's Day. It's their day, you know. They've got their buttons all polished. Listen, I could sneak you into my room down the hall before they get here, and we could order some breakfast.
All right, let's clear the room, Bud.
But I'm the manager, Mr. Harris.
Okay, let's get these doors open. Get a key. Take a look upstairs. See if we can drop a loop over it. Now, everybody stay back. Keep away from those windows.
Yes? Just a minute. Who's Captain Kane?
Yeah. But no, I'll have him off of there in a minute. I don't want a lot of brain specialists underfoot. All right. Tell him to send somebody over if it'll make Bellevue happy.
Look, kid, I'm going to level with you. I'm a cop, traffic detail. I don't know from nothing about what you think you're doing or why. I'd hate to see you make a bad mistake. The longer you stay out there, the rougher it's going to be. Your room's already knee-deep in brass, and in another 5 minutes...
Well, who are you? No. No, I mean, what are you?
I was just trying to.
All right. They registered late last night. William E. Cook, Philadelphia. But my assistant just checked the Philadelphia directory. There's no William E. Cook listed.
Talk to him. Keep him busy. Well, what's he have to say?
Nothing yet, but I think I've got him going. If we could find out who he is, maybe we could find out what's eating him. Well, maybe he was in the Army. If we could take his prints off something, then check the files, and then...
What's your beat?
First District, traffic, Bragan. I put in the call.
Okay, Bragan, back to your traffic.
Well, I just came off the graveyard shift. I was headed home.
Not with all that traffic piling up out there, you're not headed for home. Pitch in, give him a hand.
Yes, sir.
Get away from me. Get away from me or I'll jump.
Jumps from that high, he'll go through this thing like a bullet.
Give him something to shoot at anyway.
Hey, ain't you the cop I seen running into the hotel in the first place?
Yeah, that's me.
Well, what's going on up there? What's the inside story?
The inside story is I'm dying of hunger.
No kidding. How come you didn't stick? I'd make you dizzy?
Send over a couple of print men. Looks like he used a phony name. I want to see if I can get a line on him.
They gave it a couple of shirts, pajamas. If he's got a wallet, it must be in his back pocket.
Well, watch that bathroom. Hold it for prints. Captain? We're stymied. We can't get close enough to get a rope on him. And any rig we might string up, he'd see us before we were set. And that would be all, brother.
You can make it all right from here, Dr. Benson.
Doctor, can we have...
Good luck.
The speed with which this crowd has gathered is amazing. There are thousands of people held spellbound by the spectacular, breathtaking sight of this unknown young man standing poised on a narrow ledge, 15 stories up in the air.
Pretty hot out there, isn't it? Did I get you a glass of water? You must be thirsty, standing in the sun. If you're upset about anything, I'd like to help you. I'd like to talk to you.
Where's the cop? It was up here.
Which one?
I don't talk to anybody else.
Will you come in if we let you talk to him?
What does he want to see him for?
You know who it is?
Yeah, he's a flatfoot, a traffic cop. He was the first one up here.
You remember his name, Captain?
How can I remember anything with all this going on?
It's important. The young man has to unload his troubles on someone he thinks he can trust. If he doesn't, there isn't a chance. And this flatfoot seems to be the only one he'll talk to.
Bragan. I think that's what he said. Hit the street. Get him up here in the double.
Right.
I'll have him here right away. What did the boy say?
He didn't say much, Joe.
Why didn't you stay with him?
Brass took over. Hey, Joe, why don't you make sandwiches that taste more like hot waffles with lots of syrup, huh?
Sometimes I don't understand you. This is a breakfast?
How are we going to find Bragan in all this mob?
All right, then hustle up a loudspeaker if you have to. And tip off those radio boys. Maybe they can do something good for once. Now get going. Come on, get going.
Where is he? You said you were going to get him.
We're getting him, kid. Just calm down.
Ladies and gentlemen, there has been a development here, an important development. The police have asked us to cooperate with them in helping to locate Officer Michael Bragan, a traffic cop. The young man standing on the ledge wants very much to speak to him.
All right. Knock it off. There's enough noise here. Save it for New Year's Eve.
Hey, ain't your name Bragan?
Yeah, so what?
Well, I figured it was on account of you as
I
the
said, so what?
Well, they want you up on top side. The whole police force has been looking for you.
Want me for what?
I don't know. They want you, that's all.
Where do you think you're going?
I am the Honorable J.C. Parkinson, the boy's spiritual advisor. His parents requested me to...
And, which faith do you represent, Mr. Parkinson?
I work in mental rehabilitation through magnetism. I saved 17 souls last year. Souls respond to scientific treatment that I acquired in a monastery in Tibet.
On your way, Swami.
They've just called from downstairs. Officer Bragan's on his way up.
Hey, Bragan. What are you, this joker's father or something? What'd you say to it?
I don't know. This Officer Bragan?
That's him.
Talk to him. Just be natural with him.
Well, what do I say?
Anything but just keep on talking. Spoil the momentum he's working up.
How you doing, kid? How you feeling? I guess I'm holding up the parade. Oh, well, don't worry about that.
Well, I feel fine now. I'm breathing better.
Well, that's swell. It's going to be a great parade. Do you buy a shamrock?
Are you Irish? I mean, of Irish derivation.
I don't have to wear any signs, I guess, huh? See, look, what if I get the hotel to give us a room? We can sit out here like this and watch the parade. How about it?
Most of them must be watching me.
They're all watching you.
There wouldn't be that big a crowd this early for the parade, would there?
No. They don't ordinarily start staking themselves spots out on the curb until about 11 o'clock.
Crazy idiots.
If you have to march or anything, well, that's all right. Oh, forget it. I just don't sit down a while. Cigarette?
Can I have a glass of water, please?
Sure. Anything at all. Just speak up.
but not too much ice in it. They always put too much ice in it in hotels. It's hard on your digestion.
Sit tight, I'll be right back.
Go get some ice water.
Right. If I can calm him in a little closer when he reaches for the glass, maybe I can make a grab for him.
Are you crazy? He'd yank you right off of that ledge.
Not if somebody hangs on to me.
Yank all of us. I don't mind losing you, but I don't want to see a whole platoon of cops sailing through that window.
Captain, why don't we put a rope on Bragg and put some beef in the hall, just in case he does get a chance to grab him?
All right, all right. Get a rope on me.
Mark, give me a hand with that line.
No, where is that ice water?
Right here. You know, they got a special faucet in every room in this hotel just for ice water? I never heard of such a thing.
How could you, living in Flatbush?
Regan, if you do grab him, hang on to him now. You won't fall more than a couple of stories.
Well, that's just great.
You about ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's up to you.
I didn't take too long, did I? Just the way you like it. Not too cold.
You're not going to try and grab him.
I thought we were getting to know each other a little.
Just don't try. You might fall.
That's the way I look at it. So don't worry.
Give it to me with your left hand.
Fingerprints has now brought definite identification. His name is Robert Cosick, C-O-S-I-C-K. Served a brief time in the Army, but was given a medical discharge. His mother and father are divorced. His mother lives in New Jersey. She has been notified and is on her
Boys,
way
turn that
here.
down, please.
His father was contacted a few minutes ago.
Oh, no. Mike and his friends came back as soon as they heard. They wanted to watch you on TV.
Yeah, how do you like that? Now I'm a TV actor.
Darling, have you had your lunch yet?
Are you kidding? I haven't had anything to eat since early this morning. That was one of Joe's sorry sandwiches.
Well, I'll cook you a wonderful dinner.
I hope I'll be there in time. Oh, I gotta hang up, honey. Somebody new just arrived. I think it's the boy's father. I tell you what to do, sweetheart. Save me a piece of liver.
Anything new, Bragg? The doctor, I hadn't seen the boy for years.
Where have you been so long?
2 minutes?
Kid could have jumped in that time, couldn't he? Look, go out there and tell him his father's here. See how he reacts. Well, now, don't ask me. Doc Benson says to do it that way. Go on.
Robert,
How'd they find out who I was?
Well, the police did a lot of checking.
None of their business. Nobody's business.
Robert, your father's here.
My father's no good.
He wants to see you.
I don't want to see him.
How long is it since you last saw him?
I never see him anymore. He and my mother were separated. They fight all the time. All his fault. He's no good. I don't have any respect for a man who ruins his health drinking.
Why don't you talk to him, Robert?
Give him a chance to explain.
Robert, Robert, I'd like to help you if I can. I meant to look you up. I wanted to talk to you, but... Don't you want to talk to me?
Okay. I don't remember you very well.
I know I've made a lot of mistakes, but as you grow older, you find that most human beings do that.
They grope their way. They stumble and fall.
You're afraid to look down, aren't you?
There are all kinds of things I'm afraid to look at these days. Robert, I loved your mother. I didn't mean it to end the way it did. It was a wonderful marriage at first, just wonderful. We had fine times. And then you came along. I was very proud to have a son.
See how they're doing with that bosun's chair. If we don't get him off of that ledge pretty soon, I'm gonna... Oh, go on!
Right.
You remember the game we used to play? I mean, when you were just so high? You remember? What you do is pretend. You pretend hard enough and good enough, nothing can hurt you.
How? Now you use a bottle to help you pretend.
Yes, that's true, Robert.
Are you trying to say that my mother wasn't happy? Proud to have a son?
No, I didn't say that. I even inferred it.
What did you mean?
Her career. She always intended to become a singer someday.
Yes. And I kept her from it.
No, we're getting somewhere.
Yes. I am no good to anybody.
Don't say that, Robert. Don't ever say that. I would have stayed. But she changed so much.
She's a fine woman.
Yes. She was a fine woman.
Fine.
I'll be in here, Robert.
What about rigging in net a couple of floors below? We can try. We'll try hard.
Anything I can get you, Robert? Look at those people down there. Just look at them.
The most amazing, heroic thing up to now is that this fellow, Michael Bragan, is a traffic cop. Just one of New York's average, hard-working traffic cops. I know him personally. Seems to be winning Robert's confidence where everyone else has failed.
He's my friend.
All right, just tell me how long it'll take to get it here.
It's a big net, Lieutenant. Cargo net. We got to get it from that side.
Lieutenant, this is Mrs. Cossack.
Please, I want to see my son.
I'll take you right up, Miss Cossack. Get it here. I'm the boy's spiritual advisor. He needs my help.
You again? Now, let's get you out of this hotel.
But I live here.
Hey, Sergeant. Was that the boy's mother?
Well, where is he? Look, I thought I told you this is Robert's mother.
I knew something was wrong. He hasn't written to me for 6 months. I didn't even know where he was. I wasn't even sure that he was in New York until...
Chris.
Him come here. He's responsible for all this.
Chris, don't say that, please.
It's true. It's true. See you here now. It's indecent.
Look, you two, I'm having enough trouble as it is. Now, will you please?
After 15 years of neglect and selfishness, you've got the nerve to come here.
Fight me again. Fight me again.
He doesn't even know you.
Lady, will you knock off? You'll make him jump. Mrs. Cossack, please. She's going to make him jump. His own mother.
How can you say that? Bobby. Bobby, look at me. What's the matter? What are you doing out here? Bobby, look at me.
What do you want to talk to me about? I haven't much time now.
Please, Bobby, come in. Please come in. Nothing could be as bad as all that. I know you haven't been happy, but... Bobby, baby.
Mother, please don't call me that.
Sorry. Please come in now. Why?
I don't want to talk.
I won't let the doctors touch you. I won't let them do anything to you. I know Virginia says, but Virginia's wrong. You're not sick. You mustn't listen to her anymore, Bobby. She tried to poison you against me. Take her away, Willie. Take her away. Take her away.
Get her out of here.
Chris, you must control yourself.
You better lie down.
Is this Mrs. Cossack?
Sure. We want to ask some questions. She's not well. I'm Dr. Benson of Bellevue. She's in my charge.
Mrs. Cossack, we understand that you and your husband are divorced.
I'm glad to leave, please.
Please, Doctor, it's all right. If these men are reported, I want to talk to them. I've always been a good mother to him. I've always done everything I could for him.
Do you know of any serious love affair that could have accounted for this?
Please, Doctor, let me go back to him. Let me talk to him. I'll never forgive
No,
myself.
Mrs. Cossack. No. Who's Virginia?
I don't know. I don't know anybody by that name.
There's a gal mixed up in this, Captain. His mother hit him with somebody by the name of Virginia, and he turned as white as a duck. I've been asking him who Virginia is, but he's clammed up on me.
All right, try asking his mother.
I was only 18, of course, when he was born. And we didn't have very much money, and everyone said it was just too bad that I had to give up my music.
You were a singer, Mrs. Cossack?
Yes, my teacher said I could have been a great concert star.
For heaven's sakes, Chris, you've been saying that same thing for 25 years now, and it wasn't true in the first place.
Dare you?
What about Robert out there on that ledge? Can't you think about him for once even now?
And where were you today when all this happened? In a bar, no doubt. Where else?
All right, that'll be all, fellas, huh? Clear out, huh? What do you say, huh? Now, tell me about Virginia. Who is she? She his girl?
Please, leave me alone. I'm his mother. Don't you think I have any feelings? I'm in his charge.
That's all changed. I'm in charge now. As to how you feel, I don't think you feel anything else except sorry for yourself. All right, you heard me.
If you don't do it pretty quick, it'll never make the evening paper.
That's the way it goes. They always die for the morning edition.
This girl's name is Virginia Foster. They were going to get married, but Mrs. Cossack got sick. Real sick. And he couldn't leave her.
Yeah. I could just imagine how sick she got.
So Virginia called it off. She lives with her family in Connecticut. Stanton.
Take a couple of hours to get her here, but we'll try. I'll put a pickup on her. In the meantime, you get out there on the ledge and keep your friend busy. We're dropping a man on the rig to try to grab him.
If he sees anything like that, he'll die.
Well, nothing else has worked. Now, come on, do as you're told. Did you hear that? Yeah, put a pickup on her.
Right.
Easy does it now.
All right, here we go. Door away. Easy. Sounds to me like you had a pretty good thing in Virginia, kid.
No, it would have never worked.
Sure it didn't work. Still willing to give it half a try.
Why did they have to find out anything about her? They didn't want her to know anything about it.
Keep it coming. Listen, Virginia'd like to help you. I'm sure she would.
Get away from me. Get away from me.
Get out of there!
Get away. Get back.
You knew they were doing that. Doing what? Trying to save your life? That cop risking his own neck for yours?
I didn't look at it that way. Sorry.
Don't you see your mother was giving you a wrong steer about your father, Virginia, just about everything?
Yeah. I guess so. I don't know. I don't know about anything. I just don't know what to do.
Listen, kid, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make a deal with you. You've been out here a long time. pretty hot. You're tired. You haven't had anything to eat. I'll make a deal with you. I'm gonna come in and take a shower and think this over. I'll get rid of everybody. I'll give you the key and you can lock yourself in. Then if you want to come out again, okay. You're the one to make the decision.
You tried to grab me. How can I trust you?
Because I say you can. I'll give you my word.
You didn't tell me about that.
No, I didn't. I think that was a little different. Don't you understand, kid? If I give you my word, you can count on it. You understand? All right. Give me a couple of minutes to clear the room.
You were kidding him, of course. That's good strategy. Now, we'll stake you and Farley out, and when he comes in...
I wasn't kidding him. I gave him my word.
One of you can get over there back of the divan.
The place is going to be clearer. He's not coming in here. Captain, we tried everything else except being honest.
All right, Bregan. But please don't make a speech about it. All right, clear the room. That means everybody. Come on, hurry it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, darkness has transformed the scene here into well, it's a strange, fantastic sight. Many of these people have been here all day.
Getting pretty tired, I imagine. You know, you've been out there for almost 14 hours. I get tired easily myself these days. My back's been bothering me lately. Getting old, I guess. Or something. But I forget about it when I get home and see the wife. Take off this uniform and wrestle with the boy.
Is she beautiful? Your wife?
Well, she's no Park Avenue model, if that's what you mean. No. Hey, how about coming out this Sunday and meeting the wife? She'll cook us a good meal. Then we can go over to Sheepshead and fish off the pier for flappers.
Flappers? I never heard of flappers.
Oh, flounders. We call them floppers. You know, flat and white on one side. How about it? How about coming out?
No.
Why not?
I can't tell you.
Well, why not?
I can't tell you. Because I think you're trying to trick me into something again.
Wouldn't you like to go fishing with me?
Uh-huh. Yes, but...
we could have a good time.
This Sunday?
Sure. This Sunday, any Sunday. You pick it.
light on. Well, turn it off! What? She's on her way up. Come on, Bregan.
Virginia?
Yes.
This is Dr. Benson. We'd like to talk to you a minute about Robin.
You were engaged to him but broke it off?
Yes.
Why?
I'd rather not say.
His old lady, wasn't that it?
Yes, she became ill.
But you didn't break off the engagement simply because his mother became ill.
Well, no, it went deeper than that. You see, he feels he owes his mother
He
some...
feels guilty about her?
Well, yes, and frustrated because...
Because of some stupid idea she could have been a great singer?
Well, yes. Well, and she told him if he hadn't been born, his father never would have left, and how happy they were when they were first married, and
Would you answer a very personal question?
anything.
Do you still love him?
Yes, I do.
He needs to know that. He needs to know that somebody needs him. He wants to love you, but he's afraid to.
I told you I don't want her to have anything to do with this. I want to keep her out of it.
Robert.
I don't want her to see you.
Robert, I love you. I really, truly, honestly love you. Robert, don't you love me? You make him nervous.
Chris, leave her alone.
Robert, I want you to love me. Don't you love me, Robert? She has no right to come here and bother him. Robert, I kept the poem you sent me in your last letter. It was beautiful. I tried to understand what it was about. I learned it all by heart. You were gone, Virginia, and I remember the empty doorway, the soft, dark shadows that said goodnight, the anguish heavy on my shoulders. I looked at the awkward hands that could not touch your beauty, and I hear the footsteps of ending in the silent street. Forgive me, Virginia. I am empty.
That's not all.
Oh, no, Robert, I didn't understand.
I am caught like a kite on the cold, despairing branch of spring that crazily comes before the winter of my years. I have tasted the wind. I have tasted the earth. There is nothing in between. Nothing but empty anger below. No goal. No goal except the restless lanterns of death.
Couple of minutes.
Hold everything until you hear from me. We've got to make sure that he doesn't see it.
It's no use. He doesn't want to.
He does want to, Virginia. Couldn't you try just once more?
All right, Bregan, you stay with him then. Keep his interest. We'll have that net ready any minute now.
If he came in off that ledge now, came in because you wanted him to, because you asked him to, he'd never do anything like this again.
Why don't you come in now, Robert? There's no reason anymore not to. I've got to think. I've got to. I don't know what it is.
I've watched him, listened to him, studied him clinically for almost 14 hours now. He's beginning to change. His eyes are beginning to open. It's a slow, slow process, but
All right. I'll go back.
You want to see your mother or Virginia? You're the one who has to say.
Virginia. I want to see Virginia.
He doesn't mean it. He doesn't mean it.
Yes, he means it, Mrs. Cossack. And all the hysteria and tears and getting sick and all the other malarkey isn't going to work anymore. He's quit letting you make a cripple out of him. He's quit feeling he owes you his whole lifetime. And he's quit hating his father because now he knows you drove the poor guy out. But best of all, he's found out that Virginia really loves him, and that's all that matters. So he hasn't been out there on that ledge for nothing. So why don't you leave? Why don't you go home or wherever it is you go? Maybe he'll come in if you leave. He won't as long as you stay.
I agree entirely with Officer Bregan.
So if you want to kill him, Mrs. Cossack, stay here. Is that what you want? We're through playing patty cake with him. All right, Robert. Your mother's gone now, and Virginia's waiting for you. So, won't you come on in?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Look, Robert. I've been out here all day, hanging on by the seat of my pants. I have a home, a wife, and a kid. I'd like to see them. And I'm not the only one. You realize that half the police force of the city of New York are crawling around this hotel, wondering what you're going to do next? You're not going to jump. You're going to jump. Don't anybody touch me. Okay. If you're going to jump, go ahead, jump.
Well, no, I didn't mean that.
I've had about all of this I'm going to stand. You're either going to come in here or I'm coming out and get you. All right.
You don't have to hold me. I'm not going out there again. Ever.
Oh, Robert, darling.
Hey, Robert. Kind of funny you saving my life.
Oh, no, I didn't. I just...
Yes, you did. Thanks.
All right, boys, let's wrap it up. Get those jokers off the roof. Clear the street. You know, you're a good cop, Reagan. Though I hate to admit it. You know how to use your head.